Okay. Okay. Here we are. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Yes, it's our game. And today we are trying to finish, if I can. I really want to finish it. To finish the foliage thingy. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we did a good test yesterday, and we understood a bit more of what we had to do, right? So basically, we have seen that the spawn of foliage is good, but is basically deleting all your previous foliage. So the idea is to configure the redistribution of foliage in a way that it actually makes sense in terms of numbers, right? So that doesn't generate very, very, very high numbers. Now, I think that, I don't know if I want to create, but yes, probably yes. I probably have to create these groups, you know, these groups, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I think I need to create these groups and then distribute those groups. I think that's the only way. So at the moment, in terms of groups, we have, let me check. Let me check what we have. In terms of groups, we have we have Amnedare Forest. For example, this one is impossible to use, right? Because as soon as you apply this, you will destroy all the other procedural. That is how it works, unfortunately. Now, I think we need a separation between Oja and... I mean, when it's really desert, and when it's between the grass and the desert. I think they are two separate areas, right? I think they are. So I think that the Oja forest is not really relevant to us. Okay, so let's start with Oja. I think Oja is the easiest place at the moment, right? And at the moment we have an Oja forest. Now, I don't really think so. For example, yeah, I mean there are a number of problems, but okay, let's go. There are a number of problems, boys. It's not that easy, but let's start. If we don't start, we never finish, right? If we don't start, we never finish. So but for example, in this part, do we really want to redistribute again? I think it's not bad as it is. Well, here maybe it's a bit crazy. I don't know why there is this forest with 1 million. Look at that. And here there are like 1,000 cactuses all in the same place. I don't understand why. I think it looks a bit stupid, actually. Yeah. Okay, we can try to configure it, but there will be... I don't think it should be called Oja Forest. I think it should be called Desert. One is Desert Transition, right? One is Desert Transition. Or maybe it can also be Oja, but it can be Oja... Okay, we can also be Oja Forest. But if it's Oja Forest... I think I want an Oja Forest and I want an Oja Desert, where Oja Forest cannot have a cactus, for example, right? Cannot have a cactus, cannot have a dead plant. It can only have bamboo, palms, and the acacia guy, right? The acacia now. The acacia, I think we can have 2 of them. Let me see. Acacia. At the moment, we only have this one, but I mean, this one looks good for a kind of a dry area, right? I think it looks great for a dry area, but this one maybe is too much, huh? I think it's okay. If we use it with care, I think it could be fine. I think if we use it with enough care, it could be okay. So Z offset. I don't know why we need a Z offset actually. -10, -5. So sometimes it's slightly. Okay, I don't know really. I don't know if 0.45 is a great idea, but okay. So definitely we don't want these ones to be... We don't want these ones to be in pure desert, right? So this is a transition layer. So I think we want grass dry, we want forest and forest dry, and that's the maximum. Now, if you ask me 0.5, I think can also be lower than that. I think it can be 0.3 on this particular one. Well, or maybe it can be 0.5 on this one and 0.3 on this one. I don't think this exclusion layer makes any sense, because if I'm saying inclusion, right, I don't think you need inclusion and exclusion. So if you have inclusion, it will be painted on all of those. Hello, alpha tiers. I messed up the layout. R&D, what? Wait, I lost the chat. I completely lost the chat. Where is it? It closed. Okay. GG. I said, aren't the cactus? This is again people. I mean, not people spawning there or what? Aren't the cactus only one place because of the procedural setup? I don't know. I think that, I don't know. We will see, because we are going to regenerate it completely. So I think that Oja Forest is fine. Now, the call distance. Why the call distance is not specified? Should be 500 meters anyway. And collision should be no collision. We don't collide with trees. We don't care. You can stay inside the tree. It's fine. Okay, so we have these two, right? So we can add Acacia 01. Yeah, so we have Acacia 01 and Acacia 1B. Perfect. We have the cliff steps, we have the two curly palm, and we have the bamboo. Now, in the transition, do we also want to have something else? I don't think so. I think there is enough mess, really. There is enough stuff. I think there is enough stuff in Oja Forest. Now, if we go Oja Desert, right? Oja Desert will be, yes, palms, fine. Cliff slabs, I would say no. Dead tree, yes. Cactus, yes. Acacia, this one, I would say no. Well, maybe we can keep it only with inclusion of grass and... yeah, exactly. In bamboo, no. I mean, in the full desert bamboo, no. So this is what will be. Now... why the cactus doesn't have a cull distance, I don't understand. There are certain plants that do not have a culling distance. And that's very bad. So the cactus should go on desert. Pum 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 pum! Should go on beach and dunes. Beach and dunes. The cactus is, yes, you can go there. Must be movable. Yes. No collision. Yes. Okay. Okay, so now, for example, right? For example, if we apply... Let's try on this piece, which seems to me that is relatively... I mean, it's kind of easy. You know what I want to do, though? I think I want to rename all this procedural to something more understandable. This is, for example, is called Oja Forest, right? Now, yeah, now we have this problem, though. You see this problem? Like, in this case, there is a transition in this place. That's kind of annoying. So, meaning that this, if I apply the desert one, this area will be completely empty. Because none of the... okay, we can try anyway, but yes, it will be completely empty. So if I click on this guy and I say resimulate, right? Holy shit! What the fuck? Okay. I think this is a bit too much. Apart from the fact that it is not centered, so... apart from the fact that it's not centered, but... I mean, it's nice forest, but... I think it's a bit too much, no? I mean, the engine can handle it, but... okay, the problem is very easy. The problem is that the single objects included here have a wrong KU number or whatever, right? Which is, where is it? Number, randomized, inclusion layer, maybe it's under this, no. Clustering, average spread, growth, can grow. Where is that? It's the most important parameter. Fuck, where is it? I don't see it. Is the number of elements... what? I mean, is this one, right? The one that you see under foliage here. Is this one? Density 1 KU. So it is deciding the density, right? So why I don't have the density in this? It's probably inside clustering. Number of step 3. Number of steps. The number of time we edge species and spread its seeds. Initial seed density. Average spread distance. The average distance between the spreading instant and its seed. For example, a tree with an average distance of 10 will ensure the average distance between the tree and its seed is 10 centimeters. Spread variance. Specify how much seed distance vary from the average. The number of seed and instance will spread in a single step of the simulation. Bro, but where the fuck is the number? Where is the number? The number. I need the number. I need the number of instances. Am I blind or I just don't see it? So I have to play with this. I have to play with this clustering, but I mean, it's not clustering. It's just the number of elements I want. Why? I don't understand. So the only parameter is clustering. Hello, Naraku. Hey. The only parameter is clustering. Specify the number of seeds to populate along 10 meters. The number is implicitly squared to cover 10 by 10. So if I say 5, it means that in 10 meters I will have like 25 of them. What was the original number? The original number was 1. Yeah, 1 seems a bit more reasonable. Yeah, I think that's the only one that we can use. It's under clustering, right? And let me see the others, because they're all at 50. Oh no, this is 0.5. Okay, so this is very low density. The slabs are very low density. Yeah, but that's, I think that's the way. This one is what? This one is 1. Yeah, by default they are 1, which I think it seems to be to me a more reasonable value. Or even, this is even 0.25. I would do the opposite actually. I think I would like to have, well, let's say a 0.5. And then we have the bamboo exclusion layer. I don't think we need an exclusion layer. I think we need only an inclusion layer. And I would go with grass. So where do we want the bamboo? I think the bamboo can be anywhere actually. I think the bamboo can be on grass, grass dry, forest, forest dry, beaches and dunes. No, maybe dunes. Beaches and dunes. The bamboo? No, probably not. And the bamboo is 3, I think is also too much. Okay, let me try like this. Let me try like this and understand. But I think at the end we will have to do one single generation when we have a transition between desert and grass, considering that the transition is on the same map. I clicked on resimulate. Holy fuck. Still that much? I mean, it's less than before, but... Is it? Is it less than before? I don't know, it looks like as much as... And by the way, the cactuses are always here. In the same place. For some reason. Yeah, but it's still a million, boys. It's still so many. I don't understand. I don't understand. Let me see if he put some acacia. Yes, he put some acacia. He put it here. In the... Yeah, at the top of this. He didn't put any acacia here because it's desert, and we said no desert. Yeah, so it's actually working as expected. I mean, in terms of placing, it's working as expected. It's just the volume that is insane. I mean, the volume is insane. So initial seed density 1, average spread distance. So it is the distance between one guy and the guy next to him, right? The number of seeds spread varies. Specify how much seed distance varies from the average. For example, a tree with average 10 meters, one produces seed with an average distance of 10 centimeters plus 1 meter. Yeah, I think this one is very good. I think this one to me is good. It's just the number that is too high. So if I say that I want to have one guy every 10 meters, why do I get that mess? The number of seeds an instant will spread in a single step of the simulation. The number of seeds an instant will spread. So basically you're saying that we have 3 steps. So basically this guy will spread 3 more times. I don't know, I can try to place 1 and 1 and see what happens, but... Let me try to put 1 and 1 on the palm. This is the one that is... And let me resimulate. Okay, well... I don't know, I think we are kilometers away from what I need. Let me try 0.25. Let me try 1, 0.2, 1. I'm doing good, Naraku, thank you. I like getting a game and getting new texture, looks very good. Yeah, the texture are improving really compared to the... Okay, so now... Now... What the fuck? Okay, now is a bit too little, I would say. But... So, what I changed this to be 1, 1, right? Number of steps, because this I think is increment. This I think is exponential. So let me try a 1, 2, 0, 20, 0, 20, 0, 5 or something like that. I don't know. Seems to be very high very hard to determine how these things are spread actually. But I think when we find the right setting, then I think we are good. Okay. What? Why they disappear when I go close? What the fuck? What? You crazy? What? Those are LOD of plants in a very, very far distance. Yeah, they are popping like crazy though. These are the LOD of these ones, but they don't seem to scale properly. They don't seem to scale correctly. That's a problem, huh? It seems that this guy, when I go far away, has a very big... No, it doesn't. I mean, then why... Why is popping so much? I don't understand. So this guy is saying game, if I go far away at a certain point, is popping. Maybe I need to go farther than this. No. Ah, now. Hey, bro, the tree is completely different. What the fuck? They did on this guy. They did a very bad LOD4 or LOD3 or whatever it is, but it seems that there is a very bad LOD on that guy because he has the color wrong and the. Why I need to fix everything myself all the time? Why? So it seems that the LOD. How do I force a specific LOD in visualization? How do I force LOD picker? If I say LOD1, yeah, here it is. You see? The LOD2 is a completely different tree. It's a completely different tree. So they fucked up the LOD2 so much. Bah. So can we at least for LOD2 move it down? Maybe I can change the scale. Let me see. If I do 0.5. Okay. Now it's fixed. I mean, it's not perfect, but at least it's the same sides. Okay, good. This was a good change, I guess. So it doesn't pop like crazy. Yeah, exactly, you see, now it's more reasonable. I mean, it's still a very different color, but that I don't care too much. So at least it doesn't pop as crazy as it was popping before. There is a bit of a color problem, but you see that it's much darker. But I think it's fine. Okay, at least it pops a bit less. So apart from that, So now we reach this situation. Now, why we have all these cactuses here? I don't understand why all the cactuses are in this place. I absolutely have no idea. They are not getting deleted? You think they are not getting deleted? I don't know if they are not getting deleted or... because I can do this, huh? I can select them all, delete them, and resimulate and see if we get the... and we can see if we get them again. No, you see, we didn't. Oh fuck. So this means that there are plants that are not deleted. There are plants that are not connected to the landscape somehow. Okay, here we still have this problem, but it's because I didn't change the settings. Yeah, so there are plants, like for example these ones, that are not getting deleted. Now, why? I have no idea. But definitely... but these plants for some reason are not considered part of the scenery or whatever. And also, if I add them to the landscape, I don't see the number going up. That's very strange. That's very strange. Something weird is happening in this. Something weird is happening. I can delete them all, but... I hoped that the engine could do that himself, you know, without my help, but it seems he cannot do it. So basically, I have probably to go here and clean it completely, right? I probably have to clean it completely and ensure there is zero foliage, and then do it again, right? So at least we are sure there is nothing on the map. Now, the resimulate, I mean, for sure the setting that we have, for example, on the Acacia or in these other ones is crazy. It's super high. And I think it's this 313. I think this 3-3 is the one that is making basically a forest, right? Which may be good for a forest if you really have a small area where you want to populate a forest. But in our case, we don't want this much. So this is basically saying that we are spreading 3 times. So we start from one plant and then we spread 3 seeds around it, right? And then we redo this 3 times, right? So basically you get 9 plants in that cluster. Right? You get 9 plants in that cluster. Now, what I'm missing here is how many clusters we have per map. That is what I'm missing. But it seems that this is anyway acting, you know. So let me try 3 steps, 1 seed. So basically we need to see, so we will see what, like 4, huh? We will see 4. We will see 4 plants next to each other somehow. In groups of 4. Well, in groups of 3. Yeah, with this, so it is a group of 3. There is another group of 3. There is another group of 3. I mean, they are not all, and sometimes maybe the spread doesn't work, so it's kind of randomized. So sometimes it's spread only 2, right? But in general, you see that we are creating groups of 3. Now, the question is, okay, so that I understand. But how many of these seeds is putting on the map is what I don't understand. How many? Is under growth maybe? Allow a new seed to be older than 0 when created. New seeds will be randomly assigned in age range. Max age. Specify the oldest the seed can be. After reaching this age, the listener will still spread seeds but not get any older. What the fuck? It was so much easier with the number of seeds per meters, right? So the one that you get under foliage here, if you click on this guy, you see that the density is 100 per unit, right? So 100 every 100 meters. So yeah, so this was so much easier, but it seems to be used only for painting. It doesn't seem to be used for the random foliage generator, right? Distribution seed. The seed determines placement of initial seeds. Max initial seed offset. The seed determines placement of initial seed. I don't understand why I don't have the number of initial seeds. Like, I can say I want 50 seeds in this map, right? Because what it seems that it's doing, there's people walking in front of the chat. Why? Why you people walk in front of the chat? Why? Why? Now, the question is, I understand the spread. You see that pretty much now all our groups are 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, right? Or 2 or 1. So it seems that we are obtaining pretty much what we want. It seems that we have a problem with the cactus though, because the cactus is not functional at all. I mean, I think I'm okay with the number of queen palms that we get. I think the queen palms that we get are kind of fine, because they are very few. But I think I'm not okay with the number of normal palms that we get, right? So I think we need to boost this number a bit more. So let me try a 2, 2 and resimulate. It is slightly better. Okay, let's try to get into the picture also the other pieces that we have, because here we are not generating for whatever reason, here we are not generating. Ah, yes, because it is not the desert one. Okay, okay. Okay, so if I open, okay. So if I select this guy, right, and I say, yeah, but I think we need to make one. We need to make one only between transition and desert. So if I now put the desert one. Yes, we have this. Okay, let me redo it this way. What the hell? We have no palms anymore. What? We only have these guys? I don't understand. What? Why is not summing up this and this? Why they are not added? Because the palm cannot go. No, but this setting is global, huh? I hope so. What? He cleaned up this? Uh-oh. What? There is something very, 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 very strange happening here, boys. I don't have any more the inclusion landscapes listed. Whoa. How is that possible? Does it change it based on the procedural that I'm selecting? It's impossible because this object is used by both procedural, so I don't understand. I don't understand. What the I mean, now we get only these branches. We don't get any palms, right? Do they exclude each other, or I mean, how does it work? I don't understand. I mean, they were not excluding before, but it seems that they are excluding themselves now. Beach and dunes, right? Beach and dunes for my Carly Palm, right? Now, if I change it again, from Oja Desert to Oja Forest, and I resimulate, we should get back to the previous way. Yes, you see that in this mode is actually doing it, right? In this mode is actually doing it, so it's putting the palms now. I mean, it's using the same type, so I don't understand what is the... That is so strange. If I use Oja Forest, it's doing this. If I use Oja Desert... If I use Oja Desert, I only get these plants. I don't get it. I totally don't get it. And also, I mean, in this mode, I mean, sorry, not in this mode, in the other mode, the one that seems to work, right? The one that seems to work. Why we don't get any cactuses? Why we get only this and we don't get any cactuses or any dead trees? This dead tree is the other map, so our map finishes here. So it seems that it's taking only the first two types. It's taking only the first two types. I don't understand why. Let me try to move them down. Maybe there is a priority thingy that is happening. I don't know. I mean, now I move them at the bottom and there are way more. What? I don't understand what is going on. I really don't understand what is going on. I really don't understand that. $42, 10,000. Maybe I changed this. Wait a second. Maybe I changed that. Huh? Let me see the difference between this and this. It's exactly the same. 42, 100, 10, 100. So why? Maybe it's the collision of this guy. I don't think it should collide, but let me see. Maybe it collides and so it cannot. There's no collision. There's absolutely no collision. Yeah, bro, if we cannot have this thing working properly is a problem, huh? It's really a problem. If I resimulate with this other guy, I only get the dead trees. Like if it's that like if it's in this context, I cannot, I mean the palms are not going on the dunes, right? It's like if the inclusion map is deleted or something. But if I go here and I click on this and I open it, I go here and you see that I have inclusion landscape, minimum inclusion. Specify the minimum value above which the landscape layer weight value must be in order for foliage instant to be placed in a specific area. So definitely we are saying if it's beaches or dunes, you need only 0.1% of the coloring to actually place this object, right? I don't understand. No idea. No idea what this guy is doing. No idea why it doesn't work as expected. I can delete. And now he placed. Now he placed 2 cactuses, like super random. Another 2 cactuses here. Now that I swapped. But for example, in this wall area, nothing. Oh no, okay. Just because there is a visibility of 300 meters, which maybe should be 500 meters. Yeah, maybe it should be 500 meters. But now it generated cactuses, for example, right? So it seems that the position in the procedural foliage thingy makes a difference somehow. So if I delete, let me delete this guy 1 second. So I deleted the dead tree, right? I deleted the dead tree. And now I see palms and queen palm only. And I don't see any cactuses at all. Bro, I don't understand what is going on. I don't understand what is the right setting, right? So that... Do you think it because the first 2 are like occupying the whole space and so you cannot spawn anything else? But it seems to be stupid. Maybe we have a distance, a minimum distance of kilometers for the dead branch. Maybe. Let me see if we have a minimum distance. Maybe the minimum distance. No, a minimum distance is the same. It's 50 and 150. So... Bro, this thing is not working, at least. Or I don't understand it, but it doesn't seem to be working as expected. What is custom navigable geometry? Force nav mesh. I don't know if you guys have any suggestion, but it seems to me, I don't know, I don't understand what is this. I don't understand why if I have my dead tree into the desert like this and I generate it again and I resimulate, I'm getting only dead trees and nothing else. I don't get any palms anymore at all. Like if there is a maximum limit or something, or like if one is overriding the other. I don't know, but this to me is not working. I mean, it's really not working. It's really not working. I don't know what to do. I mean, more than changing these things, I don't know what to do. I don't know if the order makes any difference, but you can try to change the order randomly and see, but it is pretty useless. So as long as I have the dead trees, in, nothing else is spawning. Can I show collision or something? Cannot show collision. cannot show collision. No. Well, fuck. I mean, if we cannot spread with the and for example, there is one single cactus here. Why the hell there is one single cactus here? Because it's the only one that managed to be in a distant enough from the other guys. And there is only one here. By the way, these cactuses are super small. I don't know why, but they are very, 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 very small. Collision radius. Wait a second. The collision radius determined when two instances overlap. When two instances overlap, a winner will be picked based on rule and priority. Is this one then? 400 and 200. Originally was 100 and 100. 100 and 100. So basically the dead three are okay. So is the collision, there is another setting which is not the collision of the three, but is the collision of the fall. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Let me resimulate now. That's very good. We have a chance, boys. Is this the procedural or not? Yes, it is. Resimulate. Okay. So we need to okay, so probably the idea was that now I understand a bit why it's been done that way. So basically there are too many potential trees that are blocking other vegetation. Collision radius. The collision radius is mine when two instances overlap. The two instances overlap. When two instances overlap, a winner will be picked based on the rules and priority. Now, shade radius. The shade radius is mine when two instances overlap. If an instance can grow in the shade. If an instance can grow in the shade, this radius is ignored. Because you can say that, yes, because under growth, you know, you can say can grow in shade, right? So basically you have a bigger tree. This thing is very complex, by the way, but I think at the end it will make all sense, okay? So I think at the end it will make all sense. What they are saying, and I'm just learning here, right? But what they are saying is that if you have a tree, that is a big tree, right? And sorry, it is the best art I can produce. And then you have a smaller tree down here. I mean, like a bush, for example, right? Like a bush. You can say that this guy can grow in the shade of this bigger tree, right? And the bigger tree has a shade radius. So it is basically to create clusters of bigger trees with bushes below them, right? Which is very smart, actually. Which is very smart. So yeah, but all these parameters, boys. Yeah, the problem is that I can grow in the shade, but I cannot say if I can grow in the shade of a specific tree, right? I can just say that I can grow in the shade. I can grow in the shade and spawn in the shade. Okay, so, okay. So now that I understand that, basically what we said, hey, when there is a dead tree, we don't want anything around it for quite some area, right? And I think the idea was kind of reasonable. So we would say if it is a dead tree, we don't want to have anything around it, for example, for 4 meters, right? Now, if I do that though, considering that the trees spawned are really a lot, they basically cover the whole area and they do not allow, you see, they do not allow anything else to be spawned. Why? Because everyone has a 4-meter radius around them, and so basically they are covering everything. So I think that the point is that if we want to do this, we need to lower significantly the number of dead trees in the map, right? So we can say for the dead tree, we have to say like 1, 2, and I don't know, 0.5, right? So now the number of dead tree will be less. Exactly. But still, it seems there is nothing else spawning. It seems there is nothing else spawning, which is strange though. It seems strange. If I go back to 100, then stuff is spawning. So it seems that 400 radius is really too much for whatever reason. But you see that it looks like still is spawning too many trees, too many dead trees. I think it's still spawning too many. I mean, really too many. It looks like also the seeds that you are planting and they are not creating a tree are still counting towards the area that is getting... Okay, now it's slightly better. Now we still have these cactuses that are completely wrong in size. I don't know why. But that's another problem. Okay, but it seems that I start to understand a bit more how it works, huh? Let me see the cactus 1 second. The cactus, how big is the cactus, by the way? The cactus is... his height is 3 meters. Okay, so his height 3 meters. And in terms of scale, sorry, where is the scale? Where is the scale of this guy? Is the scale this? Scale curve? Is this, but this is under growth though. Scale growth. Scale growth, max initial age. Allow a new seed to be older than 0 when created. I don't understand this graph. It means that he... I mean, that's definitely not 3 meters. I mean, this is definitely not... Well, I don't know actually. Maybe they look small, but they're not that small. Yes, it is 3 meters. Probably even 4. So I think are the dead trees that are very big. I was expecting those to be smaller. Okay. Now, I think the only problem is that now I think I like the palm trees the way they are. But I don't like how the cactuses are. Right? I think there are too many and too widespread. So we need to do the same change. So let me try 0. So if I go 0.1 and I do 100, 0, and then I do 3, 3. Number of... I still don't understand too much. If this is... $350. Collision radius 350. So now I reduce the number of cactuses significantly. And in fact, there are very few, but I was expecting to get more together, right? I wanted to have more of them together, while it seems that even if I have 3 steps, probably because the problem is always the collision radius. So they don't... I mean, if you have a collision radius of 3 meters, they will anyway... Yes, exactly. So the only thing I don't understand is if the collision is within or not. For example, this cactus is bigger than this one, right? Is evidently bigger. This is bigger, right? So this instance is... There seems to be all one, though. Now, this one, for example, is bigger than this one. But you don't see it. You don't see it from the scale here. You don't see it from the scale. So you don't know exactly how much that is scaled. You don't know, huh? Because this one is smaller than this, for sure. Right? Okay, but like this, it start to be a bit better. So at least I have my cluster cactuses, and I have my palms. I have some dead trees here and there, and I think it's more reasonable now. I think it's more reasonable. What are we missing, though? What are we missing? So that is Oja Desert. We are missing the Acacia. The Acacia has never been spawned. Why the Acacia has never been spawned? Because the Acacia is spawning only on grass. But it should be spawning here. But it never spawned. This acacia never spawned. Is there the same problem of collision? Yeah, he has a collision of 300, which seems to be pretty big. So let me try 100. The clustering is fairly high. By the way, is the second in the list, so I don't know what is the priority. I mean, he was speaking about a certain priority, but I don't understand. Maybe it's this one, overlap priority. When two instances overlap, we must determine which instance to remove. The instance with lower overlap priority will be removed. Okay. So you need to decide. But they're all the same. They're all at 0 at the moment. They are all at 0. I'm just surprised I don't see any acacia here. Right? It's very strange. We were seeing like... Ah, there is one. Okay. There is one here. So there is one case where the acacia won in the randomization. I think probably it's purely random. So if I resimulate, I mean, sometimes maybe we get a few, sometimes we don't. In this case, we go 3 of them. In this case, we go 2. It seems that the positions are pretty much fixed, though. You see? The positions do not change much. Okay, I think that is the best that we can get out of this simulation thingy. Is it good for us or is shit? I don't know. I mean, it's not too bad, but obviously we have quite a number. I mean, we generated, I think these is thousands, you know. Overall, there is really thousands. We can delete some areas if we want to have some areas without any vegetation. We can then edit it manually. But this is anyway thousands of instances. If you want to know how many, I can tell you, because if I do this, usually it calculates. No, I don't know why sometimes it's not updating. I don't understand why it's not updating those numbers. I don't know why these numbers are not updated. They are all at 0, right? That is kind of strange. Do you have an idea why they don't update? Only implement. You have an option. Wait, you have an option where you choose 3x3. Yeah, I can choose 3x3, but my idea was if we find a good setting, you know, we can just replicate it over and over everywhere, and that's it. And also, for example, where is our oasis? We had an oasis that we placed somewhere, and now it's gone. Ah, it's there. The one we didn't regenerate yet. I mean, we can lower the number, eh? But we can't, because you know what is the problem? The problem is that maybe we want some of those, but we also want areas without anything, right? But I think that the areas without anything we can specify. There is something that is called blocking volume, right? Procedural foliage blocking volume. So you can put it here and you can say you can put it here. You can say, hey, in this part I really want desert, right? Yeah, it's very hard to see, but anyway, it's a bit hard to see, but you can say, hey, in this part, you know, I really want to have desert, so please don't generate anything. So if I resimulate now, right, if I resimulate, in theory this will be completely, yeah, you see, this will be completely empty. Right, so we could decide, maybe we could decide areas where we really want desert, and areas where we want a bit of, or we can have him generate like now, and then we can delete, you know? So I'm trying to understand what is the quickest way, right? What is the quickest way for us? Because I can also say, okay, go and generate everywhere, and then so go and generate like this everywhere, and then we just take the delete tool and we make the delete tool a bit bigger, you know, and like this, and then we say, oh, by the way, I don't know, all this area is really desert, and so we clean it up, you know, and all this area is really desert and we clean it up. There are dunes, whatever, all these area and so on, right? So we can also, so I'm trying to understand what is the quickest way to get what we want, because we will have to do it on 60 maps, you know, and I cannot put trees manually on 60 maps. It's impossible. It will take me like 1 month. Yes, and at the moment there are still too many, I think, right? So at the moment, but I mean, now we know how to reduce it, because if I want to reduce it, I can just say, so, or we increment the, no, I think the best is to lower this number or this number. So if I do this, and if I do this, I mean, it's still a number, but I can then delete, you know? I can then delete. For example, in this area, for some reason, we only have the queen palms. We only have the queen palms. It's like if the curly object is excluding. Ah, yes, it is. Is exclude because it's only doing beaches and dunes. It's not doing desert and grass. Yes. Yes, and I'm just surprised that here, where in theory we have grass, and grass is applicable only to queen, maybe because queen have a collision radius. No, they have only 100. So I'm a bit surprised that I can put an overlap priority of 5. An overlap priority of 5. But you see that they always win versus the Acacia. The Acacia lives only here. I don't know why. Why we have so little of these guys? Why we have so little of those guys? We have very few. Collision aid is 100, 100. Procedural scale 1.5, 2.5. Ah, because it's grass and not grass dry, and it is only okay. That's why. That's why. 100%. That's the reason. Holy shit. Okay. Well, now we have a bit. Now we have quite a number of Acacia. Now we have quite a number, boys. But yes, but now I know all the parameters. So now I understand all the parameters, and so I know what to do. It's not super easy, but I know what to do. Now I understand how to generate. Now the only problem is I think I understand how to do it. Why these two are so close to each other? Bro. Ah, fuck, because I'm doing it on the wrong one. I'm doing it on the wrong one. GG. Acacia 01. 150 0. Slightly better, but still. Wow, they're so big. But okay, I think that's kind of reasonable. No, because these ones have such a big head, you know, that we need to spread. Okay, yes, like that, exactly. Exactly. I think they should not be close. Well, here they still fucked up a bit. I don't know why. Bro, but why if I say 6 meters? Why if I say 6 meters, this is still... Because probably these are two groups that are... Yeah, these are probably two groups. So within one group, I think they are far from each other. But probably there are two groups that are merging. Yeah, exactly. Now that I place the seed to 0, they are not planting another seed, and so the other seed doesn't overlap with these guys. Okay, I think I understand it better now. Still, okay. I think I understand it slightly better. So, for example, for this type of plant, okay, I made it so that is kind of standing alone, right? So is pushing all the other plants far away from it as much as possible, and also is not a plant that reproduces itself much, you know, so it's not planting other seeds around them. While, for example, these plants are actually planting other seeds around, and so they are reproducing quicker, you know, and so you see more of them in a cluster, right? So I think it makes a lot of sense now. I still don't understand the shade, but I think that, I mean, we didn't test the shade. Now, the only problem is, do we get any dead branches? Yes, we get some dead branches. I think with the dead branches, we should do the same, though. That if there is a dead branch, there is a pretty large area around them that is empty. And we need very little dead branches, right? Very few. So I can probably say step 0, but collision radius I think maybe 200. I think we want to go a bit extreme with the dead branches, like let me try 800 1 second and see what happens, but the problem is that here, bro. So here he probably generated one, but then he decided that he was not generating it. I don't know. It's a bit strange. What the fuck? So with 800 they don't generate basically. There is one here and there is a significant amount of space around, but I don't understand why if I say seed 0, which is similar to what I did with the big 3, they completely disappear. Oh no, they don't. But if I go 700, 700 they disappear. Like if there is no... So we should make them higher priority. This is basically what we are saying, huh? We should make them higher priority. Okay, let me try. So if I go growth and then I say that the Carly Palm is priority 2 and the Queen Palm is priority 2 and the Cactus is priority 2. and resimulate, do you think now we will get more dead trees? No. We are not getting them. Strange. Why? Why not? Why not? The priority is the highest, is the last priority, no? When two instances overlap, you must determine which instance to remove. The instance with the lower overlap is removed. Ah, with the lower is removed. Okay, so it's exactly the opposite. Okay, sorry. With the lower is removed. With the lower is removed. With the lower is removed. Same result. Exactly same result. And that tree is a priority 2. I don't know. Can say priority 20, but it seems that my radius of 700 is really messing up. I mean, if the radius is too big, they just don't show up. Okay, now you see that we have 1 and we have a significant desert around it. But I wanted to have more than this. I wanted to have, you know, a very large area. But it seems that probably is not possible. Because if I do this, my thing disappears. It's not shown. It's not shown. No. I think if I go above, well, let me try 0.1. No. If the collision radius is greater than 600, it just doesn't show up. I mean, even 600 doesn't show up. Okay. Okay, I think I understand how it works. Now, is this helping me? Good question. What the fuck? Why the Acacia disappeared? What happened? No, my Acacia. They were working fine. They were working perfectly. No. 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 Why they disappeared now? I mean, it's due to the change of the tree, but the tree should never be here. The tree, the dead tree, the dead branch is not in this grass, so but yes, it seems to be. No, why? It seems to make a difference. That is super bad. I mean, in theory, it should never be here. Do you think that the reason is that here we have a bit of desert? And we said that, no, but he cannot go on desert. He cannot. He cannot go on desert. So, but is fucking up our Acacia on this side, huh? It is. Because if I change it to 100, I don't understand why, but you see, I have many more Acacia now. Bah. Bah. That is super strange. It is strange that that guy is influencing this area where in theory I have no... Maybe there is a bit of dunes here. I don't know, I can paint it again. Let me paint, let me be sure that here I only have grass dry, okay? I can do one if you want. So to be sure that we only have grass dry. Okay, so now we only have grass dry. There is no excuses. No excuses. So if I boost again this guy and I go in my procedural, yes, and I resimulate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, for some reason it's influencing the Acacia generation. The collision of this guy is influencing the Acacia generation. Fuck. Okay, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I mean, if it's not possible, it's not possible. I don't know, I'm missing something, because in theory you should not do it. In theory you should not do it. My idea was that, yes, like this, that around one dead branch there is space. Right? There is space. But if I do that, my Acacia... Well, now we have a few. I don't know, boys. Okay, so I think that's it. This is the best setting that I can have, and then I think we can delete. So I think it is the best setting we can have, and then we can delete. So this spawner is used in desert area and in... Okay, so now let's say that I don't generate again, right? I don't generate again. I just go and say... I just go and say delete. So I go foliage and I take all my plants, I remove them. I take only the queen palm and the curly palm and the coconut. By the way, it was also the coconut palm. We didn't put the coconut palm into that thing, yeah? Okay, anyway. And now I delete. So I say, for example, in this area, I want only desert. Right now, the problem is that I need to delete with a certain reasoning, right? With a certain reasoning. And I was thinking the top of the dunes, right? So the top of the so leave the palms at the bottom and delete at the top. That could be the reasoning, right? So for example, I delete this, and that leaves me with some palms here in the bottom, and then I delete this. Yeah, I think I need to delete quite a bit anyway. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I think all the top of the dunes can be deleted. Just as a visual effect, you know. I don't think we want palms on the side or on the top of major dunes. I think we want the palms to be like a decoration to the side of the dune, no? Is this still too many? I mean, I'm going to delete quite a bit, so maybe we should see it at the end, but... I'm going to delete quite a bit. Like here, for example, I think I will delete them all. Maybe I should have maybe lowered a bit the resolution. Maybe still a bit too many. Even in the flat areas. Still a bit too many, eh? Because the point is that we need to start from something, you know. We cannot place the trees manually. So the idea is to generate procedural like I did and then delete. I think it's much faster than trying to place these things manually on the thing. I think is right. So my idea is find a good setting, you know, find a good setting that allows you to place stuff the way you want, and then delete as needed. Now it seems that we still have too many. I mean, there are still too many areas where they are connecting to each other, and I don't like it too much because it looks more like a forest more than, you know. So I think that the point is that the seeds should be less connected, right? Because anyway, if you are a player, remember, if you are a player, you are walking at this height, okay? So you don't see the world map, so you don't see how many trees there are. But I think it's good that sometimes, you know, you encounter some of them. And also maybe here there will be creatures, or there will be other things, right? So... But, for example, now, you know, in this view, there seems to be a bit too many. While on this view, it looked like fine. In this view, there seems to be too many. Also because we are in the desert, right? So well, it's not desert. I mean, at the end, we are not very far from the... But the point, I think, is that we need more clusters than... But even the clusters, I think, should not be that populated. I think we still have too many. My feeling is that they are too many. I don't know what you think, but... And why we need the procedural? Because the procedural is generating different heights of the of the foliage is giving it a bit of a different coloring and a bit of a scale, a bit of a rotation. So it's doing quite a good job in generating randomness. And so you need to generate randomness and then delete, right? So I think that's the best way. That's the best thing we can do. So get the randomness and then delete as needed. I don't want trees on top of the dunes. I think it looks strange. I mean, there can be a few, but... And then we need to delete all of this, because all of this is out of the playable area. So that is the end of the world, actually. And the problem is that this one is one map out of 60. And it's true that we spend time understanding. So now that we understand, it's probably easier. But we spent quite some time understanding all the parameters. Like in this area, I think it's still too many. We have too many clusters. Too many, I mean, the clusters are merging, and I think they are merging too much. Right? And also we need space. Even if nothing of this is colliding, we need then space for other buildings or other things. I mean, I will add more stuff here. I don't know what, but I will add more rocks or... I don't even know. Maybe this one should be completely empty. Certain areas I think will look good if they are completely without trees. I mean, there is really desert, you know. At least certain parts. What do you think, boys? At the same time, I want to leave some of them. I mean, I want to leave a good amount because it's giving, you know, variety to the landscape, right? Without vegetation, I think it just looks plain bad. So even if maybe it's a bit excessive, you know, to have all these plants, I think it's anyway helping. So I'm gonna put few more than the one that I think they should be, but just for making the landscape look a bit nicer, just for that. Remember that when you are walking, you're walking like this, right? So yeah, like this, for example, is a bit too many. I think the cluster together is the problem. When you have too many, because it becomes a forest, right? Like probably here. Okay, I think now feels better. We have kind of enough distribution without going crazy. There are still few places here and there that are a bit too much, but now here, I don't know. Yeah, the problem is that if you click again on simulate, you know, you're going to destroy all the work that you did. Which is kind of... Here is really too much. I think I will just delete it in slices or whatever. I will just... Okay. Okay. Yeah, basically the point is to separate the clusters. As long as we separate the clusters, we are good. Okay. I think it's starting to look better. I can retouch it later on, but I wanted to have a good pass, you know, so that we are nearly happy about it. I think next to these big trees, there should really be nothing else. They should be pretty much isolated. Just the way these big trees are looking. I don't think there should be anything here. Well, maybe one, but... Okay. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy about it. Distribution is reasonable. Distribution is reasonable. Looking great. You like it? I think it's now is fine. I mean, it's... Now it will be very nice, you know, to start to add rocks. And so the big issue now is that the terrain is not really interesting, right? So that's the problem. So there are no, but in theory, you know, we could add whatever, you know. So I don't know, but in theory we could start to now the problem is that it will be nice to have some pieces that actually have a desert look. Well, I think all these ones have a different look, right? So they are a bit out of place here because the rock type is not the same as you would expect. Now, can we color it? Can we color it with the... Can we color it with the desert texture? Maybe we can, but I have no idea of the result. Mm-hmm. Nah. This one is acceptable. I mean, it's not great, but... These are the stalactite of Goog, by the way. Yeah, in fact, they are. Yeah, it looks more of an axe deck. Yeah, because they are coming from. They are coming from a specific area in Goog, like this one as well. I think we need some pieces for the desert. I don't know. We need some pieces. We need some pieces. Very good. Very, very, very good. These ones are perfect. Where do we use these ones? I have no idea. SM Rock UB. Aquatic meshes. In theory, these ones are underwater. Are underwater. We are not using them anywhere. In theory, these are like underwater rocks. But you know what? They are not bad. Yeah, because they are, you know, they are like ruined by the sea, you see? Yeah, because they are, you know, yeah, but these are the closest that we have, huh? In terms of these are the closest that we have in terms of color compared to the desert. These, I think, are the closest that we have. I mean, we can find some. Do we have wait? Do we have do we have desert thingy or not? We have a western desert town. These rocks. Do we have this already installed? No. Huh? Western desert town. Huh? How many million gigabytes? 2.5 gigabyte. Because I mean, we can import the texture, you know, if that texture is if this texture is good enough. Because okay, we can also use the texture they were using here in the desert, right? We can use this one, the same one, and put it on a rock. I think we can. Now, is this going to look okay? I have no idea. But we have a desert layer, right? which is this one, MF Desert. This looks pretty shit. Yeah, it's this one. Is this one, Desert Detail. Now, can we create a material and use it on top of those rocks? I think we can. The problem is that these rocks, I think, are designed to be kind of smoothed, right? They are kind of smoothed, so it doesn't, so yeah, because they are like underwater rocks, and so they look smooth more than sharp. I think it's also this material that is a bit fucked. Wait a second. Bit better. Slightly better. Slightly better, but still. Let me go roughness 1 and see what happens. It's not bad, but it's not bad, but saying that it's great, I don't know. Let's check this desert project. What was the name? Desert? No. What? Western Desert Town? I don't have it. GG! Cannot believe it. No, I created it. I created it here. No! Okay, I will just cut it and copy. I created in the wrong place. Okay, let's see. There is an example, but we can use whatever we want from this one, right? Because this one is an Unreal Engine released map. And so we can use any materials, any assets, any meshes, anything. So what I need entrances to caves for sure. And then I need just some mystical things. Strange places, like Stonehenge kind of thing. Some old arches. Some ruins. Yeah, I think some ruins would be good anyway. I just want to see if this material... The materials in the western desert town are good or bad. If we don't find anything, I think we will go with what we have. I mean, with this one I think we will go with this one, and we will put some rocks like this. But if we can get something better, I think I would prefer. We can also go mega scan and find some. I don't know what are these black dots. They look like people walking on the desert or something. Yeah, the stream probably is slowing down because it will have to recompile like 1,000,000 shaders. It's a 2.5 gigabytes, and I think it will have a lot of shaders. Come on. You can do it. My PC is a good PC, but Unreal Engine is demanding. Oh, more sacks. Oh, more barrels. How many barrels you think they've been designed in all video games since the beginning? I think probably is more than 1,000,000. Yeah, it's recompiling a lot of shaders. The rocks that I was interested on were these ones. Yeah, it's recompiling shaders. We have to wait. I cannot really move at the moment. My screen is frozen. Okay, it's nearly done. 77 left, 19 left, 18 left. Okay, now it starts to move again. I don't know, it looks like metal though. I think it was looking better in the screenshot. Ah, okay. Maybe with the light it looks better. But it looks very metalish. It looks like clay. I don't know, it looks like clay. More than rocks. I don't know where did they get this. This probably is a bit better. I mean, the map is not bad now. It is a bit too messy for my taste, like... It's really messy, but... It's using the same material, huh? Oh wow, it's a 3-planar texture. It's a 3-planar texture with some reasoning on. It's like a landscape texture, this one. But it is cheap. At least it looks like. Let me see if we try to export it to our project, how many millions textures is bringing in, okay? If it's more than 5, we need to... What? Didn't do anything or what? Didn't ask me the files to export? Okay. No, it didn't do it. What? Okay, let me try again. Export? Ah, no. Wait, no, migrate. Ah, because I did export, stupid me. Sorry. Migrate. Oh my god, yeah. I was expecting this. Yeah. Because I think it's bringing in, like when it's raining, probably the texture goes, you know, wet, and she's all great, but it doesn't rain in the desert. Environmental sand. Let me just see how it looks. I think in game it looks insane. Obviously, I mean these demos are obviously insane. Wow, I like the sand wind. Can we have the sand wind? Oh no, the camera blobbing. Wow, looks very, very nice. I cannot say otherwise. It is looking very nice. FPS not very good, but can I play? I mean, it's good, but it's a bit too messy, as I said. It looks more like a pile of shit. Sorry, I mean a pile. It looks, I don't know, it's a bit too much. I mean, they kind of overdone it. Ah! Ah! There are cactuses! I think these rocks are better than those ones, actually. I think these rocks are actually better. Where are those rocks? I think they are using the same material anyway. They are part of the landscape. Still very mud. Very mud, very wet, right? Very wet rocks. Which is a problem for us because we don't have a wet area, we have a dry area. So I don't know why it's looking so wet. But it is. I think it's probably just the specular, but it's probably just the specular, huh? I don't know if this thing is convincing me. I mean, it's a very nice texture. Cannot say no. Cannot say otherwise. But is it good for us? Is it good for us? Is it good for us? It's good for us is a good question. What is that? This is a specular map or what? I don't know what is it. What the fuck? Did I just destroy it completely? Yeah, I destroyed it completely. I destroyed it completely. I destroyed it completely, huh? I like it anyway. Just trying to make it a bit more sandy, but yeah. But overall, I think I like it. Ah! What? What the fuck is going on? The UV? The UV are so crazy? What? The UV are completely crazy? Yes, it's the UV. Hmm. Uh-oh. I did something stupid. No. I pressed something. No. No. I had my rock, it was so nice. I had my rock there, I was happy. Holy shit. What is this? What is this? Oh. Oh. Bro, I don't understand how with a texture that is like 2K we get this resolution. Is the UV so bad on this object or what? Ma. I think these objects are mapped weird because it's impossible. The texture, look at the texture quality. The texture is very good, right? So I don't understand how it can look so bad on this object unless they really messed up the UV. But the texture looks pretty cool actually. I like it, I think we will get it. It looks very nice. You can still use the free rock from U5 demo kit, and it's 50,000. Ah, that one, the Age of, no, the, how is it called? Ancient, Valley of the Ancients, yes. like 100 gigabyte for 5 rocks, yes. Hello, Jitzik77, hello. Where did you learn C++ for U4? I learned it, I mean, by trying. I mean, by looking at examples and copying examples and all of that. So, yeah. I mean, the C++ part in particular, I didn't really do any training or something. Or okay, let's see 1 second if nice. I like it. Maybe it's a bit too orange, huh? But we have the way to change it because we actually... Okay, but anyway, I like it. I think I will move this material to our library and we will call it... This is a tileable material, so I will put it on the stone. I think it was just the fact that it was probably not... They were not well UV'd and... you know, but now we can change... Now, I boosted a bit the color because original... We can also try to go with the original, but the original is very dark. I mean, it's very stonish. Like this, right? So I think like this is not good enough. I mean, not good for us. So I wanted to have something that was more desert, so I just added some color in, but maybe that's not the right color, right? But we can change it. So we can go for a more of a light color like this. The problem is that it's starting to go on the green specter, and I don't think we want the green into it. At the same time, we also don't want the pink into it. Yeah, something like that. I think something like that looks good. What do you think? Jitzik, are you using Real Engine 4 for a game or for school or for what? What are you using it for? Very nice. Okay. Well, these ones are more... Yeah, but I think it's good. Overall, I think it's good. Now, okay, so we have our material and we have our rocks. Now... now the question would be just how do we want to populate these rocks and where we want to put them, basically. But I'm doing all of this in the persistent level, huh? Which is pretty bad. Oops. What? You joking? What the fuck? They disappeared. Okay. I just moved them to this level and they magically... disappeared. Okay. What the hell? I don't understand what happened. I just moved those rocks to the current level and those disappeared. These rocks, yes. These rocks, yes. What is the problem of these rocks? What is the issue? Okay, now they didn't disappear anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they didn't disappear anymore. Yeah. Now this texture is so good that we can actually make these rocks fairly big without losing a lot of quality, you know. So I mean, not insanely big, but anyway, kind of big. So we can scatter them around. Now, do we want to... Yeah, now the question is... We have a lot of different ones. We have Rock B, Rock C, Rock A, Rock D, Rock E. So we have different ones actually. And let me just check the wireframe 1 second. Okay. I mean, they are a bit high poly, but not really high poly, so it's okay. Nice, this one with a hole. I like it. He has a bit of a fuck up of UV here, but apart from that. Okay, so do we want to scatter around these rocks somewhere or not? I think we want, but I don't know if I want to do it now. But the idea is that in addition to what we have now, which is, you know, a collection of trees and dead branches and other stuff, we can also have a collection of these rocks, and we can put them... I think we can just put them as static meshes. I don't think we need to transform them to... now to foliage or whatever. So the question is, where are these guys? And do you think I should make two versions of them? Like one that is more red and one that is less red? Because I can, huh? Like when we are on that material, when we are on this material, I can match the reddish a bit. Looks pretty much the same. I mean, yeah, it changed a bit, but maybe not significantly enough. Yeah, now yes. Now, yes, if you see the difference between this one and this one, right? I think now it fits better into the red background somehow. So we can use these two sets. We can use one, we can have one set for the desert, where the color is this, and one set for this part, which is more rocky, and use this one, right? In terms of sides, can really be anything, because the texture is good. The texture is pretty good, so now we can have a one thing that we will need entrances to caves and but you know, maybe this job, now that I did the heavy lifting, maybe this job I can leave it to someone else that wants to do it, which is mostly, you know, a level composition kind of thing. So it's just to compose, you know, some rocks here and there, and I mean, if any one of the people in our team wants to do this, I think at the moment it's Tua only, but and Tua said that he will be a bit busy the next weeks or so. So sad. He was the one that restarted helping me. I don't know if there are rocks in the desert, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know if rocks in the desert is actually something that you find or not. Probably not. But anyway, who cares? And so on, right? So we can scatter around some rocks and make it slightly nicer. Now, one thing that I would like to do, I would like to have a kind of an entrance to a cave. Now, in terms of entrance, hello, Little Rider 86. Hey, hi, nice to see you. So one thing that we could do, because I would need, we can put some, you know, like these arches, for example, right? These arches, the only problem of these arches, I think that they are low UV. Like if we take the arches and then we put that texture, that we just right? Yeah, you see that they are a bit they are not too good in the, well, first of all, they are a bit too square, but so we could in theory redo them a bit, but yes, something like this. Maybe we can improve them a bit. They are actually looking a bit too square, if I have to be frank, but we can change them. We can change them. So yeah, we need to create some pieces that we can use, pieces like this, you know, that we can use in the desert. I don't know, just structures or weird stuff that make the scenery less boring and more interesting. Now, what these are, I have no idea. Who placed them here, I have no idea. But still, you know, it's better than not. Right? Perhaps you can add a small version of your dragon as a lizard. Yeah, the dragon will go around here. And Electra is not here, but you still have people in front of the chat. Wow, there is people in front of the chat the whole time. I don't know, how do they get there? Do they spawn there, or do they... I have no idea if they spawn there or what. In theory, there is a setting that says spawn zone, and actually I have set the spawn zone to be here, but it's not working. Yeah, it's not. Sometimes people are spawning in that area. They should not, but they do. Yeah, I mean, to improve a bit this once, I think would be easy. Want to do it now? We can do it now very quick. I think these are good anyway, but we can improve them in terms of I mean, a bit of poly count and a bit of UV. So this cave part, rock, entrance 1, 2, and 3. Let me see where they are. So they are under cave parts. Yeah, but if possible, level caves. So if we export quickly and we go under levels, caves, and we export, I would export them with their real names so that I would export them with the real names so that we are not... We need to give a name to this guy, huh? To the dragon lizard guy. For now I call it Dragon Lizard, but okay. New. Yeah, you see, they are rough. They are like, oh my god, right? Just do it! Just do it, guys! Just do it! I have to do a longer version of that. So just do it is like costing, I don't remember how much, like 15 points. I want to do a longer version that is costing like 50. Like, just do it. Something like that. Okay. Can we tessellate, subdivision, triangulate, remesh, multi-resolution, subdivide. This seems to be already better, but what it did, nothing. What did it do? This is not what I wanted to do.
I could do this all day.
I can do this all day, boys. I don't understand what is this. Sculpt, render, subdivide, simple, linear. Add a new level of subdivision. Yeah, can you just... No? How do you do this, boys? I just need more geometry, okay? I just need more geometry. I mean, if I do subdivide, it's doing this, but I don't understand if it's really doing something or not. It seems it's not. Holy shit. Okay, seems it is, but that's a bit too much. Bro, I mean, come on. Can I just get a normal subdivision? Can I just get what is subdivision surface then? Okay, subdivision surface seems to be less crazy. Oh, finally. Okay. Yes, exactly. Nice. Okay, subdivision surface better. So now it's subdivided a bit too much for my likings, but I think it's fine. I think it's reasonable. I think we can go with this. We can now, I think we want to spike it a bit. I mean, not much, but just a bit, just to be sure that we are using this geometry that we added, but and considering this is a rock, but I think this was already a good improvement, compared to the one that we had before. So I think that subdivide level 1 like we did now is okay. And anyway, it is a big object and it's still only, you know, 200 faces. So I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I don't want to, I mean, I don't need to change it too much. I think we just added the right amount of geometry. Still a bit weird because it's not very, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Now, in terms of UV, yes, let me check the UV 1 second. What? I think the UV are okay. Now, this is going to affect also our caves, but it's fine because we didn't change the shape dramatically. So I think it will look pretty much, you know, the way it was. At this point, we can do the other two together. Can we apply the same modifier? No, that would have been too easy. But anyway, it was subdivision surface with one, yeah, with one run. And which I think is great. Yeah, it's slightly, I mean, it's changing the shape, but I think it's okay. Well, it's changing the shape a lot, I have to say, yeah. But keep boundaries. So in reality, this guy was a bit taller on the top, huh? If you really want to. And it seems it was a bit bigger here at the bottom. The subdivision basically smoothed it out, right? It would be better to, yeah, to compare the original with this. I think that would be nice. So if I this is number 2, this is number 2. If I import again the same number 2, right, and we just check, yeah, but I think it's okay. Yeah, it was a bit more fat on the corners here, but I think it's okay. You know, just to keep the original shape a bit more, but fine. Yeah, they tend to become less so it's not really respecting the original sides, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Trying to make it as similar as possible only because we are using this model in other places, right? And I don't want those other places to become I mean to be empty because there is not enough geometry to cover or things like that, which I think it will happen anyway, but just trying to give it a bit of the same lateral sides, right? Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's fine, my friends. Okay, so now poof. Definitely better. Definitely better. And also this model, after 20 years, he got his lift, his uplift, his improvement, you know? It took a bit of time, but at the end...
Won't be easy to track down, but we're close.
We're close, huh? I think so. I think we're close. So what else we should put in the desert, boys? Give me some ideas. Why you are so silent? Give me some ideas. Where should we put in the desert? Oh, you see? Now they are a bit more smooth. Was looking better before? I don't know. Maybe yes. No, I think it's better now. Now, if you ask me, what is this and why these arches are here, I have no answer for you. But someone will find out. Will create a. Someone will create an idea for this. I'm sure. Where do we put them? Do you think they should go here or? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Nah. Nah. Some tent village, a caravan. Maybe. Cactuses. What is that? You want more cactuses? We have some cactuses around. I mean, you can... There are not many, but there are a few. I mean, there should be at least, no? Didn't we add the cactuses in the thingy? I think we did. I don't see any though. But the idea was that there were some cactuses here and there. I don't see them. Why there are no cactuses? Or cacti? I deleted them all? I don't know. They're not visible? What the fuck? What the hell, boys? We had the cactus. We had cactus. I'm sure. We had. There were some. A sandstorm removed everything. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. At the moment we have 1.6k palm trees, okay? So if you are wondering how many palm trees we have 1.6k. We have 14 acacia. We have 11 branches and 125. Yeah, but we have 0 cactuses. Fuck. I mean, we can put them manually. Where do you want the cactuses to be? You want the cactuses to be in the transition between desert and rocks? Like here? I can do that. Oh, mistakes. Mistakes. Bro, can you please select? There is an interesting there is an interesting concept, but bro, I ask you to unselect everything. Okay. And now to select only the cactus, okay? And now to put a few. Okay, nice. We can have some cactus here. Maybe cactus are good with rocks, right? Where are the rocks? Ah, the rocks are there. I can copy few rocks. Well, there is one there, but they were more... ah, they are down there. Wait. I don't know, I think cactuses and rocks are a good thing, no? I don't know, maybe they like a bit of company from these rocks. Right? Maybe they like some... I don't like how this rock is looking like... I don't know, I don't like that rock. Ah, you like this place, huh? You like this place, I know. Easy. Easy landmark. Anyway, we should continue like this for the next like 20 days and adding things around, but I cannot do it. So let's say that this part for now is done. So I'm not gonna change it anymore. Now, the question is, can we use... Why this tree arrived in this such a stupid place? The question is, can we... can we populate, for example, this area, right? With the same logic, right? This whole area with the same logic. So, this whole area with the same logic. That it will be very simple because it's only the acacia at that point, right? So if I go here and I have here my Oja forest, right? This one is what? This one is 1205. Yes, 1205. So if I copy this and I duplicate it and I move it, that is the foliage spawner, right? And I duplicate it here with a difference that I need to make it way smaller because it's not, the world is not that big. And I reduce it, where is the size? What? Scale 111. I see. The size is here. So the Y should be 50% of this. So about 65,000 or so. Yes, so this will be our new guy, right, for this area. And we will move it under 0.5, so we keep them, you know, correct. And we will move it to this level, so we keep it correct. So now if we just click on resimulate, boom, you see, we got something. You see, we got something. Now we may have got too many plants here, but we can go and delete. So you see, so this is what I want to do. I want to just click on resimulate and get a decent result that then I can modify, right? I can modify a bit, but that's exactly my point. I don't want to put stuff manually one by one. Right? I don't want to. I want to just have a bit simulated, and then we delete what we think makes no sense. Well, what is? Well, here we have a landscape problem, not a. Here we have a landscape problem, not a foliage problem. Wow, brush is super strong. Right. Nice. Nice. This tree decided to be exactly on top of that thing. Okay. I think it's okay. Now this queen palm like solo, I think they are looking a bit weird. I think they are looking a bit strange. I would probably delete them, and then I would just add manually, you know, a few of these guys. Just next. No, I cannot. Why? Why I cannot? Doesn't want me. Maybe because it is grass and we don't put it on grass. Ah, yes, that's the reason, I guess. Because this guy is not going on grass. Yeah. So we said that the queen palm is going on grass, but the normal one is not going on grass. Bah. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree, but fine. Yeah, in fact, there are only queen palms. There are only queen palms. Well. Why we don't have the Acacia 2? We don't have the Acacia 2 because... Yeah, maybe... Wait a second. I think we can do something different. We can use the other setting. Because this one is Oja Desert. If we use Oja Forest... Right? Let me try to resimulate 1 second. What the fuck is going on? But you see that there is something related to also to the spawner, because it's impossible, right? Okay, now maybe there is the bamboo, which is fucked up. I understand. And maybe there is the Acacia 2 that is fucked up. Yeah, probably the Acacia 2 that is fucked up. Yeah, because this one is actually containing different plants. And I think we use 2 different type of Acacia. And I think this one at the moment does not have the right... Does not have the right values. And that's why you see so many. Grass dry, forest dry. Grass dry, forest dry. Then we have 0.3, 0.5. Then we have 0.9, collision with world, we said no. Then we say collision radius, we said 100, 100. Then here we have a 2. Here we have a 2. 202 1000. 2. Yeah, this was really too high. 1000. 50 0 50 0 50 0 0 0 0 0 1.5 2.5 1.5 2. I'm trying to put the same parameters. Static, movable. This should be static. This should be movable. And then no collision, yes, 0500. Okay, so this seems to be fine. So now the acacia should not go crazy. I think the bamboo is going crazy now, though. Yes. Now the bamboo is going crazy, so we need to do the same to the bamboo. And then I think we will be fine. Because again the bamboo is the bamboo, which by the way is bamboo 03. And by the way, unfortunately I need to go, but I think we did a good progress. We made very good progress. 30. Now this is not really the problem. The problem is this number. So this number should be way lower. 002 0. Maybe we go 0 03 and maybe 1 instead of 0. Right? So that now if I resimulate, you see? Start to be more reasonable. Now, maybe it's not good enough, but yeah, it's still too many, but maybe we can delete a bit, or we can see what to do, okay? This color that is changing is very annoying, by the way. The fact that the color is dark is very annoying. Okay, but yes, that is the idea, right? To simulate, to resimulate, put some tree, and then delete, right? So that's the idea. And I think we reach a reasonable number. We are speaking thousands, and it's okay, but at least it's not 500,000 like we had before, right? Yeah, I will go to dinner, and I will not stream in the evening. Usually I don't stream in the Sunday evening. So we will see each other tomorrow evening, okay? Tomorrow evening around 9:30 my time, roughly. 9:30 European time. Central Europe, I mean. So we will continue with this, but at least we understood how it works, and I think we can now boom, repopulate all the areas and create, you know, a good variations. And yeah, I think we have a chance to do this a bit quicker. Now, we will have to fix this LOD, because you see this LOD in distance is really bad, but because he has a different color, basically. But fine. So tomorrow evening, yes, Alpha, I stream pretty much every day, right? Every day in my spare time. So I have a regular job, and so I can stream in the evenings or on Saturday and Sunday. It is what we are doing. So with that said, I'm gonna go. If you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, would be nice. Also, it's completely free, so you don't have to pay anything. If you want to do the extra mile and say, oh, I love this project, I should do something for this project, you can join patreon.com/planeshift, and immediately, even with a lower tier, you will get access to the alpha of the game. and you will be able to download it and play it right now because the server is up. So why not? And that's it. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.